Hi guys. So this is my second time recording this motherfucking video, but welcome back to another episode of What a Plight with your favorite beach, Tage Nicole. Nice to see you guys, even though I don't see you, but you see me, and that's okay. But anywho, today's episode brought to you by my therapist. And also, my bad, y'all. I know I've been going for like a month, but a bitch was fighting for her motherfucking life, okay? And I'll get to the reason why.
Waking up in the morning, thinking about so many things. I just wish things would get better. I'm trying to get rid of them, but nothing seems to stay the same.
But anywho, courtesy of my therapist, I've learned that I have an anxious avoidant attachment style. Feel bad for me. This is the part where you start feeling bad for me. Feel bad for me. Actually, I'm gonna give you a couple seconds. Start crying for me. I'll wait. But now that you're done crying anyway, but yeah, bitch is anxious avoidant. Like anxious. I gotta go. But this is my philosophy, and I had to explain this to her, you know, even though I don't like all that motherfucking advice she was giving, okay? Because she started saying stuff to me, and I'm like, miss, I ain't come here to hear this today. I didn't really come here to hear this. Because there are certain sessions where I just want to say stuff, and I don't want no feedback. But I guess that's not what therapy is for. And that bitch was giving feedback, and I had to, miss, I didn't come here. I don't pay you to even be saying stuff like that to me. And she was still saying it, and she kept saying it too. Pissing me off. But anyway, talking with a friend, talking with my ex, which is like kind of like my friend, because you know, if it don't work out, we can still be friends. But anywho, you know, and also talking to like some of my other friends, people have been in relationships for like 3 years, 2 years, 5 years. People spend years with people, and I have never done that, y'all. The longest I've been with anybody is for maybe 10 months, give or take. And like there was definitely breaking up in between. Like there definitely was like a breakup in between. But I don't know. I just can't do it. Like when I think about me spending 2 and 3 years with people, I just can't see it. I've never met a person in my life where I'm like, oh wow, like I can't wait to spend years with this person. I have probably said it to them. I definitely have said it to them, but I've never meant it. I've been lying. I've also been lying. I've been talking to my therapist and we both agree. I've been lying to people. I don't want to spend no motherfucking years with you. And also like the biggest piece that I've been lying about is having kids. I've been telling people I want to have kids, like, oh my gosh. And I don't know why I've been saying that, because I've been lying. And it feels sick, but I've been lying. Okay. So, on almost all my relationships, people have wanted to have kids. And I'm like, oh yeah, I want to have kids too. I want to have kids too. I'm a liar. I don't want to do that. When I think of kids, I think of, like, I have a lot of siblings. And growing up, this tree's gonna get on my motherfucking nerves. Growing up, I had a lot of siblings. And I don't know. It was just like, that was so inconvenient. Like, it was always inconvenient to have to like share stuff or share my day or just share stuff with other people. And just to think about having a kid, like having my own, like they belong to me. So I'm responsible for them. Like imagine having a bad day, like, yo, you got laid off, the bills are slow, the ceiling leaking, you don't have no money to pay for that to get fixed, and you have a kid screaming because they're bored.
How many people were scared? Me too. I was really, really scared.
They're bored. Now tell me that don't sound like hell. Sounds like hell to me. No shade to you if you have kids. If you love having kids, yo, God bless you. And also just another part of having kids is like somebody else has to impregnate me. Something about that don't feel right either. Something about somebody humping on me, sweating on me, grunting and combusting in me. is what has to happen in order for me to get pregnant. So they enjoy, it's like the man gets to enjoy the fun part of having a kid, and then the rest of it is on me. The rest of it is on me. I'm swelling up. I'm looking weird as shit. Okay, like I'm looking weird. I've never even seen myself get past a certain size. So like now I'm seeing myself around like 250 with my stomach spilling over, ass spilling over, ankles swollen, feet about to combust, body look like it's just full of liquid. And I'm supposed to be totally okay with that. Like I'm okay with that. I'm supposed to be okay with that. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. And like there are like certain times where I meet people who don't want to have kids, and then like it's like when they meet me, they might change their mind. Or like sometimes they try to trick me. Cause then I'll say I don't want to have kids. The times that I am honest, I'm like, oh no, I don't want to have kids either. But then they start talking about kids. They start talking about being a parent. You won't trap me. You won't get me. I won't be gotten. I imagine myself like a stray dog. Not even a stray dog. You know how you got a dog and it's like a puppy, and it run out the house as soon as you open that door, and you chasing that dog down the street. And the more you chase, the further dogs run fast as shit when you try to dogs run fast as shit when you are trying to chase them. That's me. The more you run after me, the further I'm going to get from you. You won't get me. You won't be catching me. I'm not to be caught. I'm not to be caught. And it's like when you slow down, like with a dog, like you chasing a dog and you slow down, then they slow down. It's like but I just can't. I can't. Also too, when I'm in a relationship, and I've been in relationships, it's like I'm able to tell how long they're going to last. Sometimes I say it out loud, sometimes I don't. People are like, oh, you're just jinxing it, or maybe you're going to be the reason why. No. Like it's like I have like a predictive index in my head on like, okay, this is going to be 3 months long, this is going to be 6 months long, because it really only takes 3 months to really know if you want to do something or not. That is really it. Like, I get it. Relationships, they say, are not black and white. But what is black and white about a relationship? They want to be with you, or you want to be with somebody, or you don't. You see long-term with them, or you don't. You like them, or you don't. That's when it gets black and white. That's the kind of stuff where it gets black and white. So I have to determine. It's like I'll be having fun, I'll be in a moment, and then it's like reality hits, and it's like, all right, are you having fun? It's like a check-in timer. Are you having fun? Yeah, I'm having fun, and I'll get back to it. But around 3 months, it depends on how much time you're spending with somebody. But you know relatively quickly. And I think I just come to the conclusion a lot sooner than a lot of people. I don't need a year to see no terrible shit. Why I need a whole year, 2 years, 3 years to see some awful shit? Do it take 3 years to see a scary movie and know that shit was scary? No. It takes you 120 minutes. Now let's put that into a context of a relationship. Sometimes you see that shit in the first week if you're not trying to be delusional and ignore it. Sometimes you see it in a week. Sometimes you see it in 3 months. Sometimes you see it in 6 months. Why you want to see something longer than that? I don't want to see no bad shit for a long time. I don't want to see nothing terrible for a long time. I don't want to do anything terrible for a long time. I can do some terrible shit on my own. If I wanted to get into some real chaotic, crazy shit, I'll do it right here in the confines of my own home. I'll go crazy, throw myself into a wall, punch myself in the head, gaslight myself while looking in the mirror. I could do all of that shit on my own. I'm not going through that with another person. I'm not the type to go through stuff. I don't like going through a motherfucking thing. I don't like going through stuff. I do not like to feel pain, especially pain caused by other people. I'm not doing that. If it's not happy, fun, leave me the fuck alone. People come to your life lying. People just be coming into your life lying. Imagine you coming to somebody's life fucking lying. Granted, I'm a liar. I lie about having kids, though. I don't want to have kids. Sometimes I lie about it. And that's okay. But the other lies, like, oh yeah, I'm not seeing nobody. I'm not talking to nobody. A liar. You know what's so terrible about like a liar and a manipulator? They be having fun doing it. You know how sick you got to be looking to somebody's face and be manipulating them the whole time? Like you look into their face and you're manipulating them and lying the whole time. Somebody, like, you gotta go to jail. I think people like that should be in jail. Like, you really have a whole Ponzi scheme going with an innocent person. I don't know. Something about that is sick.
Police! Help!
Yeah, I just don't need to do bad stuff for a long time. But also, it's like, am I missing out on something because I haven't experienced being with somebody for 2 years and 3 years? What have I missed it? I don't think I missed it personally. When I look at people that have been with people for 4 and 5 years and then broke up, yo, they really never the same after that. Like, I get over stuff so fast. Like, and the sick part about me, I will be with somebody for 3 months and then cry like we was together for 3 years. Like, cry, oh my God, like, I can't believe it. Like, oh my God. And then be over it in maybe a month or 2 weeks. Depends. Like a sicko. Like a true sicko. And then it's like, I'll wake up one day like, and I'm over it. It's like the recovery life revamp of like a roach or something. You know how you really can't kill a roach? Like, you step on it and like you think it's dead and then it just start bouncing back and you see it crawling again. It's kind of like that. I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like that. I just can't. But I think, okay, perfect example, my parents have been together. They were together on and off for years, but they don't like each other. I don't get that. I think to be in something for a long time and you hate it the whole time, there is like a mental disconnect. Like, some wires are not connecting. Like your wires are fucked up. Because why are you having a bad time for a long time? Why are you having a bad time for a long time? Why are you having a bad time for a long time? Why are you having a bad time for a long time if you don't have to? And that's something that you gotta ask yourself. That's something that you gotta really like think to yourself, like, damn, I haven't been enjoying myself for 3 years. And stop doing it. Like, you just gotta stop doing it. But this is not about you. It's about me. Okay? I've been lying. And also too, you know, it was a friend that was in my life. And at the time I didn't want to hear it. And I did tell him I didn't want to hear that shit because I didn't want to hear it. Because sometimes you're not ready for the truth. Not all of us are ready for it. But he was like, you date people that you're not attracted to or that you don't like, so you don't have to take it serious. And that was the first time I ever heard that. And I was like, yo, I ain't asked to hear none of that. Because I don't want to hear no shit like that, especially while I'm in the middle of doing it. I was in the middle of doing something like that. But he was right. It doesn't hurt that bad when you don't like the person that much. It doesn't hurt that bad when you don't really care. All of this sounds really awful. All of this sounds terrible. But it's real. I don't know. Like, I dated somebody recently for 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Gave it 3 weeks. 3 years ago, I met him. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. That shit fucked up the motherfucking flow. Phone call about nothing. But anyway, 3 years ago, I met this guy. And then I reached out to him. But 3 years ago, I ignored him specifically because I was going through stuff. Like, I had gone through a breakup, all types of other fuck ass shit. And I just didn't want nobody to be around to see me go through that. As a responsible person, I wanted to heal first. So after my relationship in the summertime, you know, that only lasted 3 months. Thank God, because he was a train wreck. I had reached out to this guy. I was like, okay, I'm gonna overturn one more rock before I finally retire dating. I'm gonna turn over just one last rock. This was the only sort of person that I thought about in like the past few years the past year that I'm like, I probably could have gave it a chance. Maybe. So I decided to reach out to him. Reached out to him in October, November. And that motherfucker, he was like, you know, during that time, he was like, I'm gonna plan something. And he didn't reach out again until December. I'm like, okay, that's weird. But something about that spiked the spidey senses. But I was like, you know what? Let's just try to give it a fair shake. Let's be fair. So we went out. You know, when we met up, it was like, oh, you know, he's cute. He looks different than when he looked online. Because, like, online, he was a little overweight. But in person, he lost all this weight. Okay, that's cute. That's cute. But I'm telling you, it didn't take me long to realize I didn't like that motherfucker. It's just, he had just got his heart broken. And anybody knows, when a man gets his heart broken, whoever he dates following that heartbreak, especially if it's recent, it is finna be hell on wheels for whoever that poor woman is. And I realized, oh my gosh, I'm about to be that poor woman. So I knew I couldn't stay around too long. I knew I was not about to be around for a long time. But also, like, it started that, knowing he just went through a heartbreak made me want to look into other stuff. So I started going through, like, his Instagram just to kind of, like, see, you know, like, because I asked him what his type was and he wasn't being honest. So I went through his Instagram and he's following 6,200 people And out of the 6,200, I didn't go through all 6,200 because I ain't crazy like that, but it was a common theme. Ass. A whole lot of ass. And it's like light-skinned, racially ambiguous, definitely Puerto Rican women that he's following with these big asses. And it's like he's following the strippers, the OnlyFans models, all of that. It's like the whole gambit of whoever's online showing ass. And not only is he following a lot of them on their personal pages, he's following the backup pages too. You know how horny you gotta be to follow a backup booty page? You already following the bitch on her main account. You gonna follow her backup booty account too? So that let me know he might be a little slow. He might be a little slow and probably just too, like a ravenous hunger for big asses and sex. That already let me know that that's what his type is. And I don't know if y'all can tell. I don't have that. That's not my body type has always been like slim, on a slimmer side. And I don't ever want to be like the big ass kind of girl. I just don't like people being attracted to me because of how my body looks. I don't like it. I've never liked it. I have gained weight before and had like an ass, but it was never like a thing where I just wanted like a big ass. I don't like the way men even act. I don't even like the kind of men that a big ass attracts. No shade. I just don't like that. I don't like it. I already have attracted, I'm trying to put that in past tense, some real fuck ass niggas. And I really don't want nobody else coming into my life, none of them, because I got a big ass. Because I think that whole, whatever that is, whatever the big ass community attracts, I don't even want none of that fucking drama. I don't want it. I hate it. Because it's normally, they're attracting men who are overly sexual, who just have like a problem with like an insatiable appetite for a certain type of sex with a big ass. That alone let me know that I was never going to deal with him long term. I was never going to do it. Because the attraction, he started to look nasty. Like he started to feel and look nasty to me. And that avoidant attachment, and it made me not even want to explore nothing further. I caught him in a couple lies. Then also I realized too, he the type of man, he like a woman to take advantage of him. He likes a woman that takes advantage of him. He likes the types, they mean to him, they got a big ass, they're mean to him, they use him and abuse him. He actually likes that type. I'm not that type. I don't need to use and abuse nobody. I'm here for a good time. You want to go out and have fun? We're going to have some good fun. But you like mean, big ass bitches. And that let me know he was mentally ill. So once I start seeing you as mentally ill, I really can't fuck with you. Like once I feel like you have like some type of cognitive disorder, I'm out.
Yeah. Man, bro was in this corner store. Bro told me that he was home. I only had $10 to my name, so I feel my brother and we all got...
Like, I'm out. So like whatever you like, but I'm out. And this time it only took me 3 weeks. And I was entertaining it like I was going to be there for a long time. That I can say. But I just really needed to stick around to figure out all the reasons. Because also, too, I like to see all the reasons why I would never go back to somebody. That way I could keep it up here. They reach out because they always return. I don't think there's maybe a couple people that I've dealt with that didn't return, but the majority have. And I just have to keep stock of all the weird shit that they had going on. But this man, ooh, he was going to try to kill me. I lifted up that rock and a fucking rattlesnake was under it. And I missed it. But all that, he wants a family, he wants a wife. He's probably going to have a family one day. It's going to be some poor woman that's going to look at him and be like, oh my gosh, he's accomplished this, and I'm going to have a baby, and she is in for a weird-ass ride. That's going to be such a weird ride that she's on. It's going to be such a terrible ride that she's on. Will he have a wife? Is he going to cheat on that wife? Absolutely. Because he's 31 still acting like this. This is a man that calls himself a family man. He wants a family. He don't got it. He don't have his marbles up here. He don't have none of his marbles in here. Like the marbles are rolling around. Like imagine it's marbles rolling around all on the floor and he just picking them up and they keep falling out of his hand. That's his brain. His brain is all over the place. And I don't know if he's able to collect all the pieces. But me being the person that I am, the avoidant piece of me, the avoidant part that was looking for all that stuff so I can get out of there is exactly what I did. And it got me out of there. Because imagine me dealing with 3 weeks was enough for me. Imagine 3 months. And then imagine 3 years. Then imagine 3 years. I'd rather go to hell. I'd rather go to hell. I'd rather the floor, the ground open up below me, and it's just a straight drop directly to hell before I deal with some shit like that. I think most people feel like they come to somebody's life and it's like, oh, they're going to change for me. People don't change for nobody. People don't change for anybody. People don't change. People don't change. People don't change. They don't change. They don't change. They don't change. And I've learned that the hard way. People do not change. If you are a liar, you're going to always be a liar. If you're a manipulator, you're going to always be a manipulator. Like, there's just certain qualities that a person doesn't change. You know, like, there's certain, it's called maladaptive, whatever, but there's certain qualities that people just don't change. That's just who, like, it's ingrained. It's ingrained. I don't know if it's genetic or they just fucking slow, but it's just, there's just certain stuff that people don't do. And what people don't do is change. And maybe the avoidant part of me is like, he was saying to me, you just looking for bad stuff. You just looking for reasons not to fuck with me. I am. I'm looking for reasons not to be with you. What the fuck you thought I was doing? You think I'm just going through stuff and bringing stuff up to you to stay? I'm trying to get the fuck out of here. I don't want to see nothing else. I always want to leave. I never will be rushing a man into a relationship. I'm rushing to leave. I'm rushing to leave. I'm rushing to leave. Cause I gotta go. I got somewhere to be. As quick as possible too. I can even not have nowhere to be, but I got somewhere to be. I got somewhere to, and it's the fuck away. It's putting distance between me and a fuck ass person like that. So being an avoidant isn't that terrible. But I've always seen myself single though. That's the thing. It's like, I do enjoy being single. I like it. I like the companionship of a relationship, but I don't like the pieces that come with people. I don't like the shit that comes with people. I don't like it. It's like, you know, I've been told like you gotta let stuff settle, or you gotta let the relationship like even out. I'm not letting the motherfucking thing even out. We do it right the first time and we're never gonna do it ever again. We're gonna do it right the first time or we're never gonna do it. I'm so sorry. And honestly, people don't really have that many mistakes in my life. I don't do mistakes. You make a mistake, okay, cool. You can get the fuck out of here. Like, actually get the fuck out of here. I don't need to see no shit like that. I don't need to be around people like that. I'm also not begging. I'm not begging to be with nobody. This shit is terrible outside. You try to date. I don't know if anybody here watching this has tried to date. It's nothing outside. You go outside and it's hell. You go outside, it's hell happening outside. It's hell. I don't like that. And I don't need it. So therefore, maybe being an avoidant attachment isn't that bad. Well, having an avoidant attachment style isn't that terrible. I think it serves a purpose. I think as long as you're not harming nobody, I ain't harming nobody no more. But as long as you ain't harming nobody, that's okay. I think that's okay. I don't know what note to leave this off on. But y'all do what y'all want with all this information I gave for no motherfucking reason. I overshared because I'm an oversharer. That's why I have my own YouTube channel. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.